Good morning, everybody. It's been a while since I've done one of these vlogs. Between having broken my foot and getting my group training going again and trying to find members and things like that, it's been a very crazy, busy, hectic week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it's been. I just wanted to touch on a couple things this morning that I was thinking about. You know, I had somebody ask me to talk on addiction. I don't think I'm ready to do that this morning, but I do want to talk on food a little bit, which will probably end up leading to addiction. You know, I've been doing the paleo diet now for over a month, and I've never felt better. I'm eating whole foods, not eating sugar, not eating gluten, no breads, no pastas, nothing that has to be made, like, you know, chemically engineered. And I can definitely tell a big difference in my body, especially on a day after I have a cheat meal where I actually eat garbage. You know, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and if we're not, you know, we're not, maybe not at 7 billion yet, but we're very close to it. And with there being that many people on the planet, there's not enough food being grown by farmers to feed the population of the world. Scientists knew this, in, you know, early on, and see that shit? Scientists knew that early on, and they've been creating ways to fix that problem, and they've done so with the, you know, unhealthy additives that they're putting in our foods and all the chemically engineered preservatives and, you know, all of the, basically the shit that is our makes up our diet. You know, the introduction of fast food has removed the dinner, the social setting for dinner that families used to have, that quality family time where people would sit down together and eat and talk, because it's faster to just drive through and grab your food and feed your kids than it is to go home after working, you know, all day long, and then having to do homework and all the shit that people have to do now, that they're not eating the way that people aren't eating the way they're supposed to. And I know that, you know, in the 50s and 40s and, you know, even into the 60s and some people in the 70s, you know, you had the housewife that would stay at home and do all the housework and the man would provide. Well, our world isn't able to do that anymore. Jobs don't pay like they used to. They're harder and harder to come by, and our economy sucks, and, you know, both people are working now, so it makes it a little bit harder. But if two people were to get together and figure out the plan, then it can happen. You know, my wife and I cook for our kids. We don't eat out. Very, very rarely do we actually go out to eat. You know, we go out and get restaurant food every once in a while as a family just to go out, but for the most part, we don't eat fast food at all. You know, I don't want to contribute to my child's cancer or heart disease or any of the other problems that come with the foods that we eat. You know, not only the foods we eat, but the foods associated, or the diseases associated with obesity. I did some research the other day, and one of the things that I was reading is people who are on a 20% or higher casein diet, which is a milk whey, dramatically increases their chances of cancer, because the way that you know, we're not made to do that. We're not supposed to have that kind of protein in our diet. They say that if you have 5% or less, you have no markers for cancer, and 20% or higher, and you will get cancer eventually from the foods that you're eating. I did some research after I read that, and a lot of the things that I found, the scientific studies that I found, seem to back that up. So, you know, I've removed all of the dairy from my diet when I started doing the paleo diet anyways. The only time I ever have any kind of dairy is if I have a protein shake after I train, but that makes up less than 5% of my diet. You know, it's kind of irrelevant, but it is what it is. You know, sugar being added to all of our food, high fructose corn syrup. You know, our bodies aren't made for that. And I know a lot of people out there believe in creationism. You know, I believe in evolution. It is, you know, that's a personal choice. But in my opinion, we've been here for 250 million years, not necessarily as human beings, but, you know, from the evolutionary process. And we have always been hunter-gatherers. You know, 25,000 years ago, when man started coming out of the caves and started hunting, we started eating meat, you know, and we didn't have high fructose corn syrup and sugars and all that shit that's in our foods now. So over the last 250,000 years, our bodies have been adapted to whole foods. And now that we don't have whole foods, we have all this genetically engineered shit that's come out over the last 100 years. Our bodies are not made to process that. So eating all this garbage is making it so that we have diseases like cancer. You know, we have heart disease, diabetes, you know, type 1 and 2, pre-diabetes in children, you know, hypertension. They've even linked prostate cancer to overeating sugar. So, I mean, there's tons of issues that come along with the way that you eat. And I truly believe that if we were to if everyone was to change their diet, and I know that it's like asking for world peace, it's just not going to happen, but if everyone was to change the way that they were to eat, our healthcare system would be, you know, a tenth of what it is right now. We spend more money on healthcare than we do on anything else in the country, and it's because of our food. I'm almost at work. I could go on about this all day long. I promise the next time I do a video blog, it will be about addiction. Addiction to food, addiction to drugs, my thoughts on it. Yeah, I'm not even going to get into that today. I'll be on another time, probably in the next week or so if I can. If not, guys, have a good day. Watch what you eat.